Hello students, welcome to class. Let's solve the question. Now the first thing in the question given this distribution is to construct a frequency table with class interval with 8 class interval. You can see it here on the line in red. So what you do is in this case you are going to pick the highest among them, which is 4.2. Then you pick the lowest, which is 0.6. So what you're going to do is to say 4.2 minus 0.6. Then you divide it by the number of class intervals that you are required to get, so which is 8. Now what you're going to have in this case will be 0.45. So what you do is just leave it as 0.4. Okay, then you form the table as below. Now remember this 0.4 stands for something like the class width, okay? So we can start with our class intervals. Getting it is from 0.5. Now let me start from 0.5, though the lower is 0.6, but it's not a problem. So to 0.9, then we have 1.0 to 1.4, then 1.5 to 1.9, and so on and so forth. And so you can see it. You can actually count and see this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we correct. Then we pick the frequency, or we now get our frequency. Now to get it is to get numbers that fall within 0.5 and 0.9. That is the first one now. So we pick it now. Now checking it 0.5 to 0.9, you find out that it is 1 here, then I have 2. Okay, so the just two of them. So at the frequency side here is going to be 2. Then let's go to the next one, which is 1.0 to 1.4. I think you can only see this as the only value. Okay, so here is just 1. So this is what you are going to do to get all your values, and if you do it well, you are going to have 4, 5, then this is 2 and 6, then 7 and 3. So that is how to construct the frequency table. Then let's move and find the first question that we have to calculate, which is the mean. The mean. Now you see I've now extracted everything that I've done forming the table. Now mean is having a formula which says it is summation fx all over summation f. Okay, now from this we can now actually get to know the columns that we will need for us to find the mean. So we need a column, we have f, so we need a column for x, and we need a column for fx. Now what is the meaning of x? X means the mid value. Okay, this is mid value. And how do you get to calculate that? You go to the class interval. Let me use the first one as an example. You have 0.5, then plus 0.9 divided by 2. That is what you are going to do. Now if you do that, you are going to have 0.7. So on this first side here is 0.7. The next one, if you do it, you are going to get 1.2. And when you continue, of course, you have 1.7. So checking it, we fill it in. The last one is 4.2. So fx means whatever is on column f times x. Okay, so the frequency times the mid value. And the first one is 2 times 0.4, which is going to be 1.4. Then 1 times, of course, is going to be 1.2. So we have 4 times 1.7 is going to be 6.8. And once you do it, these are the things you are going to get, okay, to fill in the spaces. Having done this, then we need to find the summation. Summation of f here is 30. Of course, we have been given from the question. Then summation of fx here is 83.5. Now, since we have this, then we'll now move straight to work our question, which says that mean will now be summation fx, which is going to be 83.5, is going to be divided by 30, and the answer is 2.7833. So it is approximately 2.8. So that is our mean. We're done with that. So let's move to the next to find the median. Okay, now the median. Now, beside the right hand side, you see in blue ink, you see the formula for median. Okay, then right below it, you see the explanation for all the letters in the formula. Now, if you check LE is the lower class boundary of the median class. Do you know what that means? It means that I must get my class boundary. Okay, then N is total frequency, which is no is 30. Then FC is the cumulative frequency before that of the median class, meaning I must get cumulative frequency. So since we know that, we know FM is the frequency of the median class, then C is the class width, which we know already. So let's fill in the table. So how does one fill in that the column for for class boundary? Now, of course, 0.5, so this is going to be 0.45, then down to 0.95, okay? Then here is 0.95 down to 1.45, then 1.45 down to 1.95. So the last one is 3.95 to 4.45. Then let's go to cumulative frequency. We're going to start with the first frequency, which is 2. Look at it here, okay? 2, then we'll do 1 plus 2, we have 3. Then 4 plus 3, this 4, okay? We have 7, we continue 12, this is 14, this is 20, then 27, and 30. Now, the beautiful thing about this is the last in the cumulative frequency column must be equal to total frequency. And of course, we know the total frequency is 30. If they are not the same, then it means that you're wrong somewhere. Then you go back to actually see how you can correct it. So let's now solve or calculate it. Now, the first thing is to get our LE. How do we now get the LE? They say lower class boundary of the median class. So we need to know the median class by saying n over 2, the position. Now, in this case, is 30 all over 2. Which will give us 15. So we have 15, okay, the 15. Then we'll go straight to our table. We go to the cumulative frequency side. Now you can see this is 14. Now 15 must be around here. So you see this actually becomes my median class interval, okay, where I have my median class. And the lower class boundary is this, which is 2.95. So it means that my LE is 2.95. Then the next thing is to go for N. Our N is 30. Then we have our FC, cumulative frequency before that of the median class. If you check it, the answer is 14. So we have equals to 14. The frequency of the median class, if you check, it is 6. So we have FM is equals to 6. Then, of course, if you look at the class width, which is the difference between the class intervals of the median class, 3.45 minus 2.95, you are going to get 0.5. But let me just show you. So you are going to have 3.45 minus 2.95, okay, which is going to be 0.5. So I have everything that I will calculate my median. So ME now will be equals to 2.95, then plus into, we have 30 all over 2 minus 14, then everything all over 6, then of course multiply by 0.5, okay? Now this will give me 2.95. Then using our calculators, we are going to have here is going to be 1 over 6, okay, then times 0.5, all right? So this will be 2.95, then it's going to be plus 0.08335, which is 3.0335. So approximately, the median, okay, approximately will be 3.0. So this is how to calculate median. So we are done with this. Then let's move quickly to get our upper quartile. The upper quartile. Now you see the upper quartile is very similar to the median, okay? If you check, we have the formula on the screen. So what we need to do here is to actually find that particular class that contains the upper quartile. And to do it, just like the median, this is going to be 3/4 of then times n, that is the position, okay, which signifies upper quartile. Now if you do this is 3/4 times 30, the position, which is 22.5, okay, the 22.5 like this. Now if you go to your table, you find out that 22.5 falls here. So this column actually is for the upper quartile. So the lower class boundary of the upper quartile is 3.45, and that signifies our LU. So we'll come down and have our LU, okay, as 3.45, and of course our N we know is 30, okay. Then we will now talk about our FC, that is cumulative frequency before that of the upper quartile class, which you can see here is 20, all right, this one. So we will come down to signify that this is equals to 20. Then going to the table, you will now still find out that the frequency of that particular class, FU, is 7. Then of course the class width does not change, so C is 0.5. Now working it out, since we have everything, our MU, which is the upper quartile now, will be 3.45 plus I have 3/4 into 30, okay, minus 20, everything here over 7. Then of course everything here is multiplied by 0.5. Doing this, we have our MU, we are going to have 3.45. Now working everything in the bracket, you are going to have plus 0.1786. And our answer is 3.6286. So approximately what we have here is 3.6. Now I skip so many steps because I know you can use your calculator to actually find it out, okay? So take note of that. Then let's move to the last thing, which is to calculate the mode. The mode. Now this is the formula. You can see the formula for the mode, and everything is being explained. You can see where LO is the lower class boundary of the modal class. Delta 1 is the difference between the frequencies of the modal class and the class before it, okay? Then you read through, you find out that everything is being spelled out. So we need to know the modal class. How do we know the modal class? The modal class is the class interval with the highest frequency. So let's come here. You can see the one with the highest frequency is the one with 7, which is still this. So 3.45 become our LO, okay? So we'll go back. LO is 3.45. Now the next is delta 1, which is the difference between the frequencies of the modal class and the class before it. Now coming down here, you could see that they are talking about this and this, okay? So it's going to be 7 minus 6. Then delta 2 is going to be 7 minus 3. So these are the three frequencies that have been mentioned there. So let's go back and put it in our equation. Formula. Now, so delta 1 is going to be 7 minus 6, which is equals to 1. And delta 2 will be 7 minus 3, which is equals to 4. Of course, C does not change, it is 0.5. So we now fix it in our formula. MO will now be equals to 3.45 Then we have plus into, we have 1 all over, okay, because delta 1 is 1. Then 1 plus 4. All right, everything here is going to multiply by 0.5. So this is going to be 3.45. Then plus, of course, I have 1 over 5. Then times 0.5. Now, mathematically, this is going to be 3.45 plus 0.1, which is 3.55. So approximately the mode will be equals to 3.6. So it's approximately, right? So I think we're done. I want to believe you enjoyed the video. So please subscribe for more interesting videos.